Hello, everyone. I hope you're good. I hope everything is coming back for you as far as power and electricity and water. Interesting times we live in. What I'm doing here, I'm going to make a video. It's at the top of the lab page. We're going to have to do the next lab exam online. I apologize, but unfortunately, this class is short already, and we basically have missed 2 weeks in a way. Although we had a lab exam one of those weeks, but we're behind, and so just keep on schedule. We're going to have to do it this way. So I just clicked on the lab. The video's here if you're watching it. And it's not there at the moment, but there is a muscle outline. Now, these are all of the big major muscle groups. I think it's good to know. Learning some of the smaller ones for testing purposes, I'm not sure what that serves, but these are the big muscle groups. So this is the list you're going to go by. Just like with the bones, that's your list you're responsible for. Any diagrams or something you look at, if that muscle's not on there, I mean, you're not responsible for it. Feels weird to say that, but that's kind of how it is. Under this folder right here, it has videos of muscle groups. So what happens here, I tried to keep these short, but here's all of the categories broken down, and face and neck muscles. Here's the video going through each one. And then if you click on this, here is the actual, oops, and I didn't mean to click on that. I already have it open. So the videos are based on these documents here, as far as going through and showing, here's the frontalis, here's the temporalis, all that kind of thing. And so you can use that to study, and I didn't mean to click on that. And then here, oops. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to be bouncing back and forth. Here's the PowerPoint, same thing. It's just a PowerPoint version. Here are some of the muscles. And yes, these were ones that were used in Visible Body. You're still not responsible. You don't have to purchase Visible Body if you don't want to. But and then here are the diagrams. Like here's the buccinator. Great name. But see there, the big muscle in the cheek area. So each group has that. So for each group here, I'm going to go back, and there's a video that goes through all of it. So each category is covered in detail. All right, so that's for your study part, and your exams will be from these pictures here. Okay, the exams you're going to be answering, there'll be a practice exam where you can see the format, how it's going to be. It's not fill in the blank. It's through a drop-down menu. All right, so I'm going to go back. Now, these lab lessons, these are the last 3. And we're doing these because we're having to do this online. So here's 3 of them. They're broken down into categories. Let me go ahead and click on this. This should be the facial ones. Here are the pages. They're pretty short. Here, you click Start Lesson. Now I have my computer blown up pretty big because of the whole font thing, but you can make that a little smaller. But here are some drag and drops, frontalis. It should be right there. There you go. Now there's a few of these that are going to have this, and I want you to pay attention. It says hotspot activity. This is very popular in online learning. I'm not sure how popular it is with students, but it's a good way to mix things up. Move the mouse across the muscle indicated and press click. So it's asking you here, zygomaticus minor, which should be that bad boy right there. It says right. See, I clicked on it. If I had clicked here, and I'm going to make it a little smaller, here, see it said, sorry, incorrect answer. If I would have clicked there, and you can redo these. It says restart. So you go along and you would click, let me do that one more time. Here we go, right. And like I said, I had it kind of big, but it says right, good job. But you can see there, it's got 25 points, and I didn't answer the others. But it'll tell you at the bottom right, good job. So there's going to be a few of those. It may take some patience on your part. Go through those. There's 3 of these. Okay. And then this right here, it's called a research assignment. It's actually good for you as well. Sometimes you have to do research in different courses. It's not a research paper, all right? But read through this. As far as origin and insertions, that's part of muscle. Every muscle has an origin, which does not move, and an insertion, which pulls the origin is fixed. The insertion is movable. When a muscle contracts, it pulls the insertion closer to the origin. It says 10% of the overall average in this course. It's actually 5% of your lab grade, so it will make a difference. So you can use it as a lab builder if you want, and I'll go ahead and change this. I had changed everything but this, and I was trying to keep this video short, but it's actually 5%, and I will finish that in a minute. But it's 5% of the overall average in the lab, so which is good. Like I said, you can use it as a grade builder. If you already have, if you're doing really well, this will solidify your grade. But here's the actual document right here. It says click on the research assignment link below to turn in your research assignment down here. But I already have this open, and I was looking at it. So first thing you're going to do, it's got 3 parts. You're going to look up these crazy muscles. These are different. Now these are ones that are not going to be on your lab exam. This is part of the research assignment. And you're going to write them in just like this. You capitalize the first name, lowercase the second name. And if it just has one name, like Rosorius, you just capitalize it. Look up a few of these. These are posture muscles, serratus posterior superior. And do your best. Once again, you do not have to buy Visible Body to complete this. I'll show you. I gave you a few sites. You can look these things up. These up here, so you're going to fill that part out. Thoracic area, name these muscles here, which those are the intercostals. There's an external and internal. And you can see on these pictures, look, the muscles have been taken away on this side. You can see the ribs. They're actually deep. All right, so you're going to do all those. Second part, this is a definition for what muscles do. You're going to write it in here, and then you're going to give an example of a muscle that performs that particular action. I'm just doing one at the moment. Extensors, like quadriceps, those are extensors. Same thing. Write the definition. Use whatever resources you want to use. And, they have to be accurate, of course. But then put a muscle that does that. And then down here at the bottom, part 3 is for all these big muscles here. You need to put an origin and an insertion. So I did 2 of these here for you, the masseter. Remember the mandible, the zygomatic bone. This is where the masseter, big jaw muscle, helps you chomp down on food. It originates here, and it inserts on the ramus of the mandible. We didn't really cover the ramus part of the mandible, and then here's the bicep. Remember the coracoid on the scapula, the radial tuberosity of the radius. But yeah, like it says here, some have multiple origins. Just put one, please. Okay. The more thorough you are, the better your grade will be. Let's leave it at that. How's that? But right now it says I'm just just one main point for each, but. Okay, and you're going to do that, and then when you're done, and I'm going to go ahead and this is week 6. By the time you're watching this video, it's going to be open and available for you. I'll make sure I look at that particular video, but anyway, here is the practice quiz for your lab exam. Click on that. You can do it as many times as you want. It does not count for a grade. Okay, it's not going to help you. It's not going to count for a grade as far as that goes. But it will get you used to the format. So when you click on this, you can get started. It can be done as many times as you want. It's to get you used to the format for the exam. And then, once again, under the lab, I'm going to go down here, and then right here it says click here for the lab exam 3. A little bit of instructions. You have 60 minutes, and then there's the link. Now this one you can take once, and make sure you have good Wi-Fi. If If you're worried about that, you can take these in the library at Howard College. I have extended the due dates in this course the next couple of weeks and give you plenty of time. But once you click begin, you got to get started. And look, you can always see this little asterisk over here or chevron. You can click on that to minimize the instructions. But here we go. Look at that. Good old Sartorius. And like it, you know, here, and you'll see in the practice thing, it asks you to, anyway. Well, I'll look. I thought these were drop downs. It looks like you do have to actually, okay. They are fill in the blank. I apologize. So, all right. But that's it. That is everything. I was thinking they were drop down, but clearly my concussions in high school football are catching up with me. All right. So that's what we're doing in lab. And if we have class, if I see you there, I'll cover this some more. Okay. So you can go ahead and get started if you want to. All right. Thanks, and email me if you have questions.